The beautiful widow and the drunk general, the Book of Judith. Imagine an entire nation brought to its knees, facing certain slaughter by the world's most terrifying army. Then, imagine that the person who steps forward to save them is not a general or a prophet, but a beautiful, pious, and highly determined widow. This is the incredible, bloody, and dramatic story of Judith and the assassination of the Assyrian General Holofernes, a military tale of espionage and divine heroism found in the Book of Judith. Our story begins with the mighty Assyrian army, led by the colossal General Holofernes, systematically conquering every nation in their path to punish them for defying their king, Nebuchadnezzar. The last major obstacle is the Jewish city of Bethulia. Holofernes, arrogant and confident, decides not to attack the city directly, but to lay siege. He cuts off their water supply, knowing that thirst will force them to surrender. After 34 days, the people of Bethulia are desperate. Their leaders decide to wait only 5 more days for God's deliverance. If none comes, they will open the gates and accept the slaughter. This decision is overheard by a woman who refuses to surrender, Judith. Judith is a devout, stunningly beautiful, and wealthy widow who has lived in seclusion since her husband's death. When she hears of the leaders' reckless deadline, she rebukes them, declaring that they must never set limits on God. Instead of praying for rescue, she decides to become the instrument of that rescue. She exchanges her sackcloth and ashes for her finest silk clothes, jewels, and perfume, the kind of attire she had not worn since her wedding day. With her maid carrying a basket of kosher food, Judith walks straight out of the besieged city and into the Assyrian camp. Judith's plan is one of pure espionage. When she is brought before the immense, powerful General Holofernes, she tells him she is a loyal Jewish defector. She claims that the people of Bethulia have finally sinned against their God, and she has been sent to guide the Assyrians to the exact moment when God will deliver the Jews into their hands. Holofernes is instantly captivated. He is so taken by her beauty and her cunning that he keeps her in his camp for 3 days, believing he will eventually add her to his harem. On the 4th night, Holofernes, seeking to seduce her, throws a small, private banquet, drinking massive amounts of wine. This is the moment Judith was waiting for. When the soldiers and servants have all passed out from the wine, and Holofernes is left alone in his tent, completely drunk and unconscious on his bed, Judith prays for strength. O Lord, God of all might, look now upon the work of my hands. Give me strength, O Lord, God of Israel, this day. She then takes the general's own scimitar, a massive sword hanging by the bed. She raises it, and with 2 mighty, devastating blows, she severs Holofernes' head from his body. She then calmly wraps the head in a cloth and slips it into the very same food basket her maid had carried into the camp. Under the cover of darkness, Judith and her maid walk undetected out of the Assyrian camp and back to Bethulia. When she arrives, she dramatically pulls Holofernes' severed head from the basket, displaying it to the terrified people. This single act inspires a desperate counterattack. The Jewish fighters rush out of the city gates. The Assyrian army, discovering their general dead and decapitated, descends into chaos. They panic, scatter, and are easily defeated, saving Israel from annihilation. The Book of Judith is not typically accepted in the Protestant or Jewish canons, mainly because its historical details are inconsistent with known history. However, for centuries, the book has been celebrated within Catholic and Orthodox traditions as a powerful testament to courage, faith, and the use of God-given wit to defeat seemingly insurmountable evil. Its dramatic narrative has inspired countless works of art, cementing Judith as the original biblical heroine.